Hello and welcome to your St. John Nerana Midweek message for this fourth Wednesday of the season of Lent 2022. This week's lesson is from Matthew chapter 5, verses 27 to 32. Jesus continues to teach, and he says, "You have heard how it was said, 'You must not commit adultery.' But I say this to you, if a man looks at a woman lustfully, he has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye should cause you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. For it will do you less harm to lose one part of you than to have your whole body thrown into hell. And if your right hand should cause you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. For it will do you less harm to lose one part of you than to have your whole body go to hell. It has also been said, anyone who divorces his wife must give her a writ of dismissal. But I say this to you, everyone who divorces his wife, except for the case of fornication, makes her an adulteress. And anyone who marries a divorced woman commits adultery." Whoa. These are hard words. Especially hard for some of us who have direct experience with these very sins. Now, our current culture in the church puts this type of sin at the very top of the list of sins. But it's only one type of sin in the teaching of Jesus. And Jesus does not single out sexual sin as being worse than other sins. Neither does the witness of our Bible. In fact, if anything, if there's a priority list of the worst sin there is, number one would be failing to offer protection and hospitality to the stranger and the widow and the orphan. To stop or cease protecting or fail to protect the vulnerable. That is the sin of Sodom, who took advantage of visitors instead of shielding and protecting them and caring for them well. But these words are hard for us to hear because none of us has been immune in our lives to sins of the flesh. Lust is a part of our human body, a drive, a natural human drive, and it's complicated and challenging to manage those drives. But we trust that God's grace is more mighty than our sin. We trust that God's grace prevails over sin, and that we are forgiven people. That's our deepest and most profound reality, that we are recipients of grace. Now the challenge, as recipients of grace, is to pass that grace on to all that we meet, and to be gracious and forgiving as God has forgiven us. That's what transforms the world. That's what brings life. That's what redeems and creates a new creation. Amen.